Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the April 5th, 2021 meeting of the Hyde Park Town Board. This meeting is being held virtually by, as per the Executive Order, New York State Executive Order 202.72. Supervisor Rohr is on personal business, and so I'll be running the meeting tonight as your Deputy Supervisor. And so will everyone please join with me in saying the Pledge of Allegiance as soon as I find our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so we have two sets of minutes to accept, March 22nd and our special meeting of March 31st. Do I have a motion to accept the minutes?
I make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Donna, have we had any public comment at all on the resolutions?
We have not.
Okay. And then before we get to our public hearing, we have a resolution that we need to add to the dais.
I'll make a motion to add 4.5-11 to the meeting tonight, please.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Excellent. Okay. So Donna, we can go ahead and open up the public hearing.
Please take notice that the Town Board of the Town of Hyde Park shall conduct a public hearing on the adoption of proposed local law D of the year 2021 entitled A Local Law Adopting Amended Zoning District Map of the Town of Hyde Park in accordance with the requirements of Section 108 3.2 of the Town Code and Section 265-2 of Town Law on Monday, April 5th, 2021 at 6:05 p.m. A copy of the local law is posted on the town's official website and is available for inspection at the town clerk's office during normal business hours. Per the governor's executive orders, the meeting and public hearing will be held virtually with no gathering at town hall and live streamed on our YouTube channel. For remote hearing procedures, please follow the link on our website. By order of the Town Board of the Town of Hyde Park, dated March 8th, 2021, Hyde Park, New York, Donna McGrogan, Town Clerk.
So Donna, have we received any public comment at all on this public hearing?
We have not.
Okay, and no one has registered to speak. So therefore, I guess we close the public hearing. Written comments will be allowed through April 12th.
Make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great. So we can move on to our workshop. Mary Lagano is going to join us right now. And she will tell us about the Monarch Pledge. Hi, Mary. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Hi.
So Mary is here to tell us all about the Monarch Pledge, and we'll let you take it away.
All right. Well, first, I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity to be able to speak at this evening's workshop. And I'm extremely grateful to Aileen and the board for supporting the pledge and allowing me to explain its meaning to the public. So if we're looking at this first slide, first I'll just give a little background. The National Wildlife Federation, which I refer to as the NWF, is a private nonprofit conservation, education, and advocacy organization. And I became connected to their mission as my role as an educator for Hyde Park schools. I'm a second grade teacher at North Park Elementary. And back in 2016, I was shopping at Malloy's Pharmacy, and while checking out, I noticed a bookmark on the counter that was promoting the then newly adopted initiative of the town of Hyde Park to get community members to participate in the National Wildlife Garden for Wildlife program. So at that time, Hyde Park was encouraging businesses, residents, places of worship, the parks, schools, to create or restore sustainable, healthy wildlife habitats. So I got excited about that. I brought the bookmark and the interest back to my colleagues at North Park, and we made it a second grade level project to enhance an existing garden space that we had at the time. That space became certified, which means you get on a national register, and continues to thrive and serve as an outdoor classroom space for us, complementing the science, social studies, really the whole curriculum. So that process introduced me to one of our local residents, Barbara Hobens. She was at the time the local steward for the NWF, and she guided us through the whole certification process. So when Barbara stepped down from that role, she asked me if I would be interested in assuming it, and I took it over in August of 2019. So as the local steward, one of my responsibilities is to participate in the NWF's monthly webinars. And during the January webinar, they spoke about the Mayor's Monarch Pledge program, which was launched in 2015. And it's designed to really just get communities interested in actively participating in helping to protect and preserve the monarch population. So it's done by just committing to these 3 steps. Step number 1 is taking the pledge and specifying your actions. The NWF has put the actions into 3 categories: communications and convening, program and demonstration gardens, and systems change. And then the second step involves actually taking your action. And that's done through collaborating with community leaders in different groups. So at our local level in Hyde Park, really the 3 groups that have been collaborating, Richard Maddox, the coordinator for the Climate Smart Task Force, and Kathy Lane, the chairperson for the Visual Environmental Committee. And then in my role as the steward for the Hyde Park Garden Habitat. So Richard reached out to me in the fall, and he was curious to see, what conservation efforts were taking place on my end. And when we got really talking to one another, we realized, wow, we are really overlapping in a lot of areas. And then he introduced me to Kathy, and the 3 of us got talking, and we realized, Hyde Park really is doing a lot in the area of conservation efforts. So when I saw that webinar that explained the Mayor's Monarch Pledge, I brought it to their attention, and they agreed that this was something that, we could get involved with. And I reached out to Aileen, and she did express interest in supporting it. So we're very happy about that. On our slide, we changed the title to Supervisor's Monarch Pledge because our leadership in our town her title is not mayor, it's supervisor. That's why the title of the slide is Supervisor's Monarch Pledge. So the 3rd step in the process is reporting out. Once you've decided which action steps you're going to take, each December, you simply fill out a report to let the National Wildlife Federation know just how far along you've gone and come along in the process of completing your action steps. So that brings us to, we can go to the next slide. And the first category, communications and convening, is all about outreach. How do we inform the community members of Hyde Park of this pledge? And you'll notice that there are numbered action steps. Those are suggested action steps put out by the NWF. And I've highlighted in white and in yellow. What you see highlighted in white, those are existing actions that are taking place. And then in yellow are action steps that I believe, and in consulting with Richard and Kathy, are doable for us to commit to as action steps. So again, since this slide is really about outreach and informing community members, number 3, we feel is really doable because we already have a list of registered residences, businesses who registered as certified community habitats, garden habitats. So that's simply reaching out to them and letting them know that, okay, so now we want to make sure we're meeting the needs of the monarch population. And to do that, we would like you to incorporate milkweeds into your plantings, your planting spaces. Number 5, engaging with gardening leaders and partners. We are already doing that. We are so fortunate that we have, the expertise of Kathy Lane. She is a master gardener who, in addition to her work as on the board of directors for the Visual Environmental Committee, she makes presentations on the topics of pollinator gardens and composting in the area. And Barbara Hobens, she's another one, garden designer, published author, and she is a National Wildlife Federation certified habitat steward. She received that certification back in 2011. So we're already seeking their counsel, and we feel that highlighted there in yellow where it says officially get Hyde Park on the map. I'm referring to the Pollinator Pathways Project of the Northeast. Pollinator Pathways is another conservation movement effort that has been a collective effort to solve the problem of habitat loss for pollinators. As you can imagine, anytime there's new development, habitat loss it happens, right? So the Pollinator Pathways of the Northeast, what they've done is they have put together a map that shows wherever there are established pollinator gardens or spaces, natural or purposefully planned, that support pollinators. And what's interesting is when you look at this map, you can actually envision how pollinators it enables them to freely move from community to community and aid in their active process, right, of seeking nutrition and getting their needs met, so for survival. So we feel that this is an obvious and easy connection because partnering with the Pollinator Pathways provides our community members instant access to their already in progress work in getting webinars out there. They offer, many links on their established website, resources. So if there are people in our community who are interested in doing this kind of gardening, they can go to that website and just have ready access to, okay, how do I do this? What kind of plants do I need to incorporate into my gardening, and where can I get them? So, and then at the very bottom, number 9, it was suggested by NWF to create some sort of community art project to enhance and promote the monarch and pollinator conservation as part of cultural awareness and recognition. And, again, in Hyde Park, we have the Artist Collective. So right here in our community, there's an opportunity that could exist. So we've reached out to the Artist Collective to see if perhaps in the future we might be able to have some kind of an exhibit that would, bring people in and give our artists in the community a chance to, through their expression, to show appreciation for the monarchs and pollinators. So the next slide, program and demonstration gardens. Again, in white, those are existing actions. The yellow is what we perceive to be easy and doable to take as action steps. We're doing 15 and 16, the schoolyard habitat that exists at North Park Elementary, that certainly qualifies. And there's also a teacher at Haviland who has partnered as part of the Pollinator Pathways Project with the Arlington School District and Wappinger School District. So she's trying to enhance a garden space they have to be participating. So that counts. And then 16, Hyde Park has been doing that. That was the initiative took in 2016, just by working towards becoming a wildlife certified community habitat. And I will speak to that, that is still in process. And as of this time, well, I should probably mention, in case you're not aware, that the way that that works is getting the town certified as a community wildlife habitat is it's a point system. So there's different outreach activities that have to be done and such. And so far, Hyde Park is halfway to having earned all 225 needed points. So that is since 2016. And hopefully it will only take us another year or two to reach and fulfill that, that goal. But we're working on it. So that counts for 16. And 19, add or maintain native milkweed to in the community gardens. Again, you know, these community gardens already exist thanks to the Visual Environmental Committee and the town planning, the gardens that have been planting all along Route 9, and all of the registered certified gardens that we have through this participation with the National Wildlife Federation. We know that they have the nectar producing plants. So it seems that it's a doable task to just get those milkweed plants incorporated in this upcoming year. And then 22 speaks to displaying educational signage at monarch gardens and pollinator habitat. At North Park, I've got the little signs, and I'm working on getting them posted within our habitat. One idea we have is to, at the town hall, you've got a lot of plantings right there, and that's a nice local space within the community. The farmers market, which has been right meeting either at the town hall or across the street. So there's a nice draw of people who come to visit that space. So we thought that would be a great spot to plan for a demonstration garden, just right along that sidewalk that borders the town hall, gets great sunlight, you know, just incorporating some more of the native flowering plants that would flower from fall right through, from spring right through fall, and then getting signage on it. So anyone visiting that area would be able, again, to look and see, oh, okay, so these are the native plants that I can be using in my own yard if I choose to participate. And I think it's important to note that, you know, this is an initiative that, while it requires the support of and the approval of the leadership of the town, it doesn't cost anything to the taxpayers or anyone. It requires the support, but it's a volunteer effort to implement the action steps. And I think that's important, because I know people often, you know, get worried, well, is this going to cost, you know, more money? No, it's not. It's going to further enhance the community and just provide opportunity for those who want to get involved with these efforts, an outlet to do so. So the last slide speaks to systems change, and you'll notice there aren't any highlights on that slide, because those action steps really would be determined beyond the scope of volunteerism. You know, that they definitely involve, you know, the board, your board, and town planning and decision making, but certainly our own Conservation Advisory Committee and the Climate Smart Task Force is working on these efforts. So, so that is my presentation explaining the goals of the pledge and how I feel it really would further enhance the community and certainly help the conservation efforts.
Great. Thank you, Mary. I love hearing about different organizations working together. And we're just so grateful for all the different volunteers that we have in town. So it's nice. It's nice to hear. It's nice to hear that you, Kathy, and Richard are getting along.
They're very easy to get along with.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. So what's next for us, I guess, is to have Aileen sign this pledge, correct? Which I don't think she'll have any problem with, but
That's great.
I don't mean to speak for her, but that kind of is my job tonight. So, Ken, you look like you have a question.
Yeah, so all the plantings that we have at Town Hall now,
Yes.
so we would just need to add like milkweed and things like that, and then we could become certified, or does it need to be a whole separate garden that is dedicated to the monarchs? How does that work?
Well, we envision just adding a bed of native flowering plants, because the town hall has a great variety of the grasses, the necessary grasses, and the established what we call mature growth. You've got the variety of shrubs and trees that we need, and there are some flowering plantings. There are, but we would have to add some more. And I've been talking with Barbara Hobens, how we can get some funding, some donations, and it really would just require adding one small strip of a garden bed right in the front on the west side of Route 9, right along that sidewalk.
Okay, great. I mean, I think that'd be a wonderful idea.
And then
Yeah.
by adding the signage, that's our goal, by having, the plant identification stakes right there. Anyone walking through that area, anyone wanting to learn more about what kind of plantings that need to be incorporated into their own gardens at home, it's right there as a demonstration
Sure.
garden. That's our vision, a central location for a demonstration garden.
Great.
Yeah, sounds good.
So let us know what else we can do to help get the word out.
Well,
And
thank
I
you
think
very much, and we will keep you informed. We hope to have some, with the restrictions now being lifted, right, with COVID, thank goodness. We do
goodness.
hope to be able to host some kinds of community events that would give us the opportunity to reach more public, raise awareness.
Mary, Barbara Hoban, is she still working with you on this?
Yes, she is. So I've taken over the role of doing more of the administrative tasks, but Barbara is such a resource, such a wonderful
Yes.
resource. And,
Yes.
and
She has a wealth of knowledge and even has written a book on it. So
absolutely, yes.
she's terrific. That's great. Cooperation is terrific. Yeah.
I feel very fortunate that I was able to become acquainted with Barbara and Kathy.
Yeah, two
Certainly.
wonderful people.
Yeah.
And Mary, thank you for teaching our youth. I know that's a lot of hard work as well, so thank you.
They love getting outside in the garden. It's a great motivator.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Excellent.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary.
All right, thank you so much.
We'll see you around town.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you,
Okay.
Mary.
Okay, so we can move on to resolutions. Let me just here.
Do I start?
No.
No, we'll start with
No, I start.
with Councilman Woodcock.
Okay.
Okay, resolution 45-1 of 2021. Resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to continue the temporary use and occupancy regulations for temporary outdoor dining and sidewalk seating for restaurants within the Town of Hyde Park.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Any opposed? Hold on. My computer has just gotten very slow. It's held together with electrical tape. I am not joking.
I like masking tape myself.
Resolution 45-2 of 2021. Resolution authorizing the supervisor to sign a letter of support to Senator Sue Serino and Assembly Member Dee Dee Barrett for the appropriation of the necessary funds to the DOS Waterfront Rehabilitation Program.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Okay. Resolution 45-3 of 2021. Resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to accept the 2021 New York State Office of Children and Family Services Youth Development grant through the Dutchess County Department of Community and Family Services for the Hyde Park Recreation Learn to Swim program.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Come on. There we go.
Go. Resolution 45-4 of 2021. Resolution authorizing the town engineer and Town of Hyde Park Recreation Director to seek requests for proposal for the replacement of the boiler at the Town of Hyde Park Recreation Program Building.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Resolution 45-5 of 2021, resolution approving budget revisions to the Town of Hyde Park budget for the period of March 2021, budget revision number 2021-03.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed?
Okay. Resolution 45-6 of 2021. Resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Supervisor to execute an agreement between the Town of Hyde Park and Loomis Armored US LLC.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Resolution 45-7 of 2021. Resolution directing the sending of notice to repair and or remove the structure owned by Adam H. Krukwitsky and the late Alice Krukwitsky, and the scheduling of a public hearing pursuant to 40-9 of the Town Code.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 All those opposed? And when are we holding the public hearing on this? On May 3rd.
May 3rd. Resolution 45-8 of 2021, resolution authorizing Carolyn Miller, confidential secretary to the Town of Hyde Park Supervisor to carry over accrued vacation time.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed?
Better not oppose that.
I know.
Caroline will come for us.
She will.
Resolution 45-9 of 2021. Resolution authorizing Richard Decker, groundskeeper / cleaner for the Town of Hyde Park, to carry over accrued vacation time.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed?
Resolution 45-10 of 2021. Resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Police Department's submission of the 2021-2022 Governor's Traffic Safety Committee Grant Program application.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
And the last one that was added to the dais, resolution 45-11 of 2021, resolution authorizing the attorney to the town to execute a stipulation of settlement with regards to the AT&T communication versus Town of Hyde Park, Dutchess County Index number 52863-2019 and 51997-2020 for tax cert proceedings.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Warren, do you need to comment on any of these?
No, we're fine. Everything looks good.
Excellent. That's good to hear. Okay. Do we have any old business or new business to discuss?
No.
I do
Nope.
want to mention Hyde Park Appreciation Day, which is on Saturday, April 17th. It's a townwide cleanup and speaking of organizations working together, this was sponsored by the town, along with the Visual Environment Committee, the Hyde Park Chamber of Commerce, Friends of Hyde Park, and the Hyde Park Rotary. And there's links available on Facebook and on the town's website. You can sign up. And I believe there will be prizes. And the first 30 people who sign up will be getting a t-shirt courtesy of Minuteman Press, but I believe we have over 30 people already, so you might have missed out on that.
That's fantastic.
That's great.
Yeah, so that should be great. Nice day of pride for the town, and sadly, as I drive by, there is cleanup to be done. So
Yes.
Neil, that's by registration only, correct? You can't just show up?
correct.
Okay.
Just for safety protocols.
Yeah.
Yep.
No problem.
And then once you register, they'll be handing out reflective vests and bags at town hall, also for safety precautions. But we're encouraging people to work in their bubbled group. So families working together, friends who have bubbled together, just to continue with COVID safety protocols.
Fantastic.
Great.
Okay. So it's about that time.
I make that motion to close.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any
Great job,
opposed?
Deputy.
I had to ask anybody any opposed though.
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay, great. Thanks
Thanks,
everyone.
Donna. See you, Warren.
Night,
Thanks, guys.
everybody.
Thanks, Warren.
Take care, Donna.
Have a good
Bye,
night,
Warren.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Good night.